Hi, my name is Zaf and I'm Shining Silhouette. It's very close with him, to be honest with you. I shared more stuff with him than my own brother, and I've known him since he was a kid, so we've always been close. And like I said, he had a lot of respect for me as well. He's one of the nicest lad you'll ever see. Bubbly character, always had a smile on his face, and always came to help others. So, like I said, to lose someone like that, it's hard to take.
When you lose somebody, it's very, very hard to get him back. But Zaf, took over everything, like my own son.
At the time, as I was saying to him, we were all grieving at the same time, but with him, he was slightly stronger than us, and was trying to say, yes, I have to do something, this is a change.
Myself, I was away somewhere, and I got a phone call from my wife. It's been late, half 10, 11 o'clock in the evening, and she told me the bad news that he's been attacked and he's been stabbed. We all rushed to the hospital, and at that time we knew how bad he was. And after a few days later, I found out the bad news: he's passed away. We were shocked, absolutely shocked, because a year before I lost my sister to cancer. She was blind, but because she was ill from a young age and always in hospital in her head and really critical, so we knew sooner or later her time's going to come and she's going to leave the world. With my brother-in-law, because he was a healthy lad and he was young, we didn't expect it. So because of that, it became a shock. It took, because they kept his body for a few weeks because they had to do the post-mortem. So they took his brain and took it to London. And obviously, we were still allowed to go and visit and see his body. That was torture, to be honest with you, because he was still there in front of us. And everyone was like helpless, we couldn't do anything. That period, that was very hard. I think after that, come back home every day, seeing my wife, because she was the closest out of everyone. So as a parent, she was the closest one to him, and seeing her in her state, at that time she could have done anything, basically, and that was hard. So I just went around and middle of the night, just tried to make a difference. Went in the streets, parks, locally in the Bush Green Small Heath area, and engaged with a lot of youngsters. At first, I got spat at and got spoken to him in a rude manner. They were saying, "Oh, we're going to take money off you, we're going to do this and that." Well, at that time, I know I get asked a lot, do you have fear or weren't you scared? But at the time, I thought, what you've come across and what you've seen, and the state your family is at home, I think the negative things like that, or the fear, that goes out the window, because you've already seen someone dying in front of you, and there's nothing worse than having death or seeing someone like that or putting them in the coffin. So I had no fear. The only thing I was scared of was what's going to happen to them if I turn away from me and they don't change. I've been fortunate in a way. I engaged with a lot of parents. Again, at first they were very negative. As long as the kids are coming back home, they're 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock in the morning, that's fine. We don't mind. They can stay out, whether the influence of drugs or alcohol, they're not really bothered. But you say to them, the kids are 13, 14, 15, so surely it's your duty. But they're like, okay, if you're such a social worker, you're getting paid for this. So I told them, I'm not a social worker or anything like that. I'm just a normal person from the community who's going to try to engage with them, talk to them, and let's see where we can go. And after that's how this journey started. I think it's the second year now we've been set up. But our company is mainly based on just helping others. So when I first set up, it's mainly enterprise catalyst is something supposed to be business minded, where mine is probably the opposite, where it's more to do with the charity. Although we're not a charity, we're not registered as a charity. So we do a lot of projects, and I normally welcome other people who are trying to help others and set up something. So I just help them and give them a bit of advice. We started off with litter picks. Then we carried off with the graffiti removals, drugs awareness classes. Then we set up women's classes, again workshops for women who are from different areas. And due to some cultural backgrounds and all that, they're not able to set up anything educational or work purposes. So we bring a lot of strong personality women from good background who've done quite well in their own field. So they come in and they give lectures and speech, and they motivate a lot of other women. At the initial time when I first engaged with them, again we went around, started knocking doors, asking all the local leisure centres if we get a good deal for these kids, because they promote a lot of community stuff, and the cost and everything we couldn't afford it, to be honest. That's where I was lucky to get help from Southern City College, where they gave us venues and spoke to the principal, Mike Hopkins, and he was really good in that sense. He said whatever program you want to do, you can use the college facilities, and there will be no charge. So on every weekend I would set up a community football league, and that was the first process where I started talking to some of the lads. Obviously most of them, because they were aggressive, with everyone, no matter how bad they are, they've got interest in something. Oh, they'll have one good thing about them. So if you can exploit that, then that's what you're supposed to work on. So whether it's boxing, football, cricket, managed to engage them in that kind of capacity, and I think we got a response of 20 for the first weekend, and by the third week we had over 200 numbers, and we just carried on. I managed to get a lot of voluntary coaches. I think group of 5, 6. The main one was from the college again, the one of the sports directors, Thomas McGeever. So he brought a lot of the ex-pros from Villa and Birmingham City, and they came in and they got to know some of the feedback what I've been doing and how I started. So they had a lot of sympathy for me as well in that sense, and they carried on. They go, "You're genuine and we want to help you." So more and more people got on board, and just carried on. Again, we do a lot of sports activities, and they have their own IT sessions and that kind of stuff. We've done a few community projects where, like on a day out, basically they come in, and a lot of them, if they got into hair and beauty or fashion design, they can come in and they can just advertise, or they have their own store. Again, it's all free of charge, but it gives them publicity, and they take a lot of opportunities on and all that kind of stuff. So it just builds their confidence, and that was the main thing from the start. Just to give them that self-confidence, and they can work on that self-respect as well. So we still got loads lined up with the sporting field. That's just progressing all the time now, because we've got loads of different people merging all the time. So we should have a good, strong link with the Stephen Gerrard Foundation. So they'll, on a personal note, that's a big thing, because I'm a Liverpool fan, and obviously he's a legend for us. So that's something can't wait for. And then I've got the Utter Cricket Club, which I'm focusing on again. So soon I'll be part of that with the management setup. So again, just giving all the youngsters their route, where they get a lot of pros coming in. In last year, we had Mohammed Luck, Mohammed Yusuf, so ex-professional cricketers and international. So again, all the youngsters from deprived areas, they can come in. I think we got Shade Afridi coming in this year, because he's coming, I think, to Hampshire for county T20 setup. So he'll be invited to play a couple of games, part of our setup. So we're starting a lot of other things. We've got a snooker league coming up, which again, that's going to be nationally done. I think the type of work I do, it's good when it gets recognized because it inspires a lot of other people. Again, there's no money aspect or anything like that involved. So it's good, it motivates a lot of people, and the kind of response I get on a weekly basis from other people, it's encouraging. I think the biggest lesson I've learnt is with everything, you don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. How long we're here in this world, can you just go like that? So whatever we do, just set up a good impression, and within yourself, just make sure that whatever you do for the right reasons, and no matter what you think or whatever, someone is always watching you.